I mean, is she likely to turn up soon?
Well, I hope so. I mean, she said she would be here.
Well, I've got a colonic in half an hour.
I know that. Just, you know, when I said we'd do it, do the interview, I said, you know, I had to say she was our favourite.
Lulu's our favourite.
Sorry,
I know, but I was in a position I couldn't say Lulu.
Here, finally. Sorry, but...
Yes?
Yeah.
Hi. No, I'm actually
I'm
here.
waiting for someone.
Oh. Hang on. I think it could be. Could be.
No, because she's more a beehive. Look.
Yes,
Elbows.
yes, she
Elbows.
Is that... Hang on, keep it talking now.
Hello. I say marvellous earrings.
Not completely sure. No. Try the test.
I'll do the test. Hello. How do you do?
Again, how?
By the way, you don't have to say you love me. Just be close at hand. You don't have to...
Stay forever.
Hello. Yes, it's you. You
Hi.
did it.
Finally, she got it.
Please do sit down. Dawn
Thanks.
French.
Ah,
Hello.
She'll be asking
yes,
the questions, and she'll be putting everything through me.
why? I can answer for
No,
myself.
it's for safety. I don't want you answering any old question.
When that midnight choo-choo leaves for Alabama, I'll be right there. I've got my fare. When I see a hefty two-time Portman, I'll grab him by the collar and I'll holler, Alabama, Alabama. That's where you stop your train. That brings me back again, right back where I remain. I'll be feeling grand, and I will be right there with bells when that old conductor yells, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard for Alabama.
Right, I'm kicking off with the questions now. The first one is quite a personal one.
It was not personal.
It's
No, I always
decisive.
get those.
No, it's just, I'm coping with it.
What is your favourite colour?
Hang on. What is your favourite colour?
Vodka.
Vodka.
It's a musician.
Coping.
When I said I needed you, you said you would always stay. It wasn't me who changed, but you, and now you've gone away. Don't you see? And I'm left here on my own, that I have to follow you and beg you to come home. You don't have to say you love me, just be close and there. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me, I can't help but love you. But believe me, I'll never tie you down. Left alone with just a memory. Life seems dead and so unreal. All that's left is loneliness. There's nothing left to be. You don't have to say you love me, just be close and there. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me, you don't have to say you love me, just be close and there. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me,
Io che non vivo più da un'ora senza te. So I'm too tired to sing. It sounds much better in Italian. heard that song at San Remo Festival, and Italians are so wonderfully emotional about their appreciation of things. They, you know, in the middle of a lot of big Italian ballads, there's a massive Puccini-like massed strings passage, and they all stand up and applaud. And they did this in the middle of You Don't Have to Say Love Me Now, when Pino Donaggio, who wrote it along with Pallavicini, and then at that time those were the two writers. And I just fell on the floor in a heap.
When you were christened, did the vicar just say, "I thee christen you Dusty"? Is that what he called you?
No, honest to God, that came along later. My real name is Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien.
Liar!
Still was going to believe that.
Stupid.
That's stupid.
I love the piano. I love the piano.
My parents had a pretty eclectic taste in music, and that rubbed off on my brother and I, in that my father was a classical nut. I mean, he worshipped Beethoven, and Beethoven was it. I never got into Beethoven. The only other things he listened to, apart from classical music, which I listened to on the radio all the time with him, was jazz, a certain amount of jazz, but different kinds. I mean, he liked Jelly Roll Morton. But he also liked Peggy Lee, who you wouldn't really think of as jazz. Then she was considered a pop singer. I know I could never sound like her, but I wanted to. You know, she swung like crazy, and to this day swings more naturally, and it all sounds so effortless.
Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, to give you fever.
But I also was very influenced by my brother, who was passionately in love with Carmen Miranda and kept drawing her shoes. He loved platform shoes. I don't know whether he wears them still, but he really did good drawings of him.
I expect you're very, very proud of your brother Bruce Springsteen, aren't you?
What?
Bruce Springsteen, your brother.
My own brother, Thomas, hasn't been doing too badly at that particular line either. He's written a lot of songs, as you may know, for the Seekers, one for Anita Harris, even one for me at one time. Anyway, this song that I'd like to sing you now was in fact written when he was 9 years old, so it's world premiere, folks. I hope you like it. Here we go. I'd like to sing it for you now.
And it ain't no jam. Walking round the houses with a big plan. Oh, love me lonesome, not a bite to eat. Traipsing around on me poor old feet. My old man, if I could find him in hiding, I would give. Poor old me, I haven't got a key and I don't know where I live.
I believe from researchers that you actually went on tour with the Springboks.
I beg your pardon?
The Springboks!
Baila, baila, mulata, el nuevo ritmo. Oh, we my way.
Well, there were influences, but we were pseudo everything, and we knew it. I mean, we just jumped up and down a lot, and were cheerful, which was... There was a niche somewhere for cheerful people. And we were terribly out of tune. We just sang very fast and very cheerfully. And they gave us a TV series, would you believe? You know, we didn't have a record or anything, but that was the BBC for you.
Oh, we my way.
Hello, everybody. We'd just like to say how very happy we are to be with you on our own program. Well, the first song was a Zulu War tune with Tom on the bongo drum, Tim on guitar, and I'm Dusty.
I know something about love. Gotta want it bad.
The Exciters sort of got you by the throat.
Go out and get him.
I first heard it briefly in New York. We had a stopover in New York, my first time ever. And I was going past a record shop, the Colony record shop, which was open until at least 4, if not all night. And I just walked past. I mean, it was the thrill of being in New York, and it was nighttime, and the buildings were so huge. And it was like, who needed drugs? You know, it was just incredible. And out of the blue, come blasting out with I know something about love. Come on and dance. That's it. That's what I want to do.
I know something about love.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, wherever it is, Broadway or something or other. And I said, that's it. That's what I want to do. And we were going to Nashville to make a country album. So I, took the scenic route to it.
And then you went solo, did you?
Yes, I did that.
Well done, Dusty.
Thanks.
We're all very, very proud of you.
Thanks.
You're an icon.
Oh, you make me cry. That's really
Very
nice.
You're fabulous. We think you're fabulous.
I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I never wanna let you go. 'Cause you started something, can't you see? That ever since we met you had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you, yeah. It doesn't matter where you go or what you do. I wanna spend each moment of the day with you. Oh, look what has happened with just one kiss. I never knew that I could be in love like this. It's crazy, but it's true. I only wanna be with you, yeah.
Come on. It's worth a try. Go on. Ask her.
I'm just thinking, look, it would come here. It would just help the viewer at home if you put them on.
No.
Otherwise-
Honestly, I
Come on,
can't.
just do it.
First of all, I
Just
never
do
wore
it.
them that
Just
length.
do it. Just put them
No,
on.
and it's the wrong colour and the wrong shape.
Please.
No.
She doesn't
not
want
anymore.
Stop trying to make Dusty put these
No,
on.
I won't.
Stop it!
I didn't.
She doesn't want to do. You don't want to put
No,
this.
I'm
Stop
not-
it!
I'm not going to do it.
Lulu would.
I
Please.
don't care.
It's
Did
your
you get-
head.
did
This
you
was
get it
taken off
clean?
your head in 1964.
Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. It's not love that I'm running from. It's just a heartbreak I know will come. And I know you're no good for me, but you become a part of me. Everywhere I go, your face I see. Every step I take, you take with me. Yeah, nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Got nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Oh, I know you're no good for me, but seeing you, I'll never be. Each night as I sleep, into my heart you creep. I wake up feeling sorry I met you, hoping that soon that I'll forget you. When I look in the mirror to comb my hair, I see your face, just a smile is there. Yeah, nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I know you're no good for me, but free of you, I'll never be. Yeah. How can you hide the love that shouldn't be? My love is so deep, deep inside of me. My love reaches so high, I can't get over it. So wide, I can't get around it. You're nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. I know you're no good for me, but free of you, I'll never be. Yeah, nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Yeah.
Are you jealous of Scylla on Blind Date?
Of her success.
No, not remotely. I can't do that kind of thing. I mean, she has that great out quality. I can't do that kind
Can't
of
do
thing.
that kind of thing.
Is there possibly a game show for you in the pipeline?
That's a good
I would
idea.
hope not,
That's
no.
a good idea, though. Isn't
No.
it? What would we
Yes.
call it? Dream Dusty Date.
No, I know. it needs to be something really, really plain, like Dusty, with an exclamation mark. Do you see?
Dusty ... exclamation mark question mark.
Oh, absolutely.
Says it all.
I can see the posters.
You know, Dusty and I are such great friends. I'm only teasing. We just met
to
before
me.
the show. I know, we have a little thing going, but we don't want to announce it immediately. Yes, it was wonderful. I'm still tasting it.
Thanks.
A pleasure.
Bye-bye.
I did 2 years or 3 years for the BBC and one for ITV, I think. And they were fairly hectic, because I can't see cue cards, and besides, I don't think anyone had cue cards then. I certainly didn't have auto prompters or anything. So, I mean, I had to learn it all. I spent half of the break, you know, the dinner break, when I was supposed to be putting the makeup on, running up and down to the sound booth trying to get them to accept things like Jimi Hendrix's volume. They were just going ashen-faced when I went out there, you know, because everything had gone. The meters had totally gone. And going, that's the way it's supposed to sound. One of the nice things about doing those shows was I was just allowed to pick my own material, and as such, because I had a fairly eclectic taste in music, well, a very eclectic taste thanks to my upbringing, I was able to sort of draw on that, and nobody thought it was odd. It was sort of just Dusty having a go.
When Lagan streets sing lullaby, there grows a young man there. The twilight gleam is in his eye. The light is on his hair. And like a lovesick he had my heart enthralled. No life I own, nor liberty. His love is Lord of all. And often when the Beatles song had lulled me to sleep, I steal unto his shielding arm, and through the door in peep, there on the cricket singing stone, he spears the burning fire and hums in sad, sweet undertone the song of his desire.
I'm a happy knocker-upper and I'm popular beside, 'cause I wake 'em with a cuppa and
tasty mother's pride. Then they're off in a flash and a rush. It's the bread, and a dash and a push. It's the bread, with a flash and a dash and a rush and a push. Like I said, it's the bread. It's the mother's pride bread. It makes them love work. They're going berserk to get off to work. It's in the way I wake 'em, by bringing to the side the bread we freshly bake 'em. Fantastic mother's pride.
It's the way you make me feel the moment I'm close to you. It's a feeling so unreal, somehow I can't believe it's true. The pounding I feel in my heart, the hoping that we'll never part. I can't believe this is really happening to me. I close my eyes and count to 10, and when I open them, you're still here. I close my eyes and count again. I can't believe it, but you're still here.
I liked much more ambient sound and wilder sound. And so I used to record in the corridors mainly because there was some ambience to it. And the best was Ladies Lou. That was great. Much to the surprise of the cleaners one morning. About 6, I was doing Close My Eyes and Count to 10. I heard all this clanking down the end of the corridor, and they were standing there in their sort of print pinnies going, what's she doing there? It really was the best sound in there. It was a little echoey and there was no control over it, but it gave it that sound. I've never thought of myself as being a singer with an orchestra. I am part of the orchestra, part of the ensemble. I'm another instrument, and I like to be, that's why I like surround sound. I like to be part of it. So that's why I like Summer of 11. And singing something off the wall like Poor Wayfaring Stranger, which I did on one of the early BBC shows.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger, wandering on this world of woe, and there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going home to see my father. I'm going home, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, but beauteous fields lie just before me, where men redeem their vigils keep. I'm going home to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home.
Yeah, that's beautiful song. I am a poor, I can't sing it anymore. Wayfaring Stranger, it's an old folk song that came from the Appalachians. It was probably originally Scottish. But I'm going home to see my father. It's so beautiful. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. It's really a beautiful song.
Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide.
Murray LeKay did a show at the Brooklyn Fox, and most of it was the Motown acts, but he brought in a couple of English ones, and I did 10 days or 2 weeks. 6 shows a day, luckily only 2 or 3 songs. To me, Dancing in the Street was the epitome of the best record of its type I'd ever heard. I remember they played that, they had an acetate of it, Martha and the Vandellas, in the dressing room at the Brooklyn Fox. Again, like at 9:30 in the morning. And it takes an awful lot to make me enthusiastic at that time in the morning. And they put it on and I just fell over. It was the opening drum fill. Everything about it was right. It was like in your face.
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Yeah, a summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They dancing in Chicago, and down in New Orleans, in New York City.
And to be given songs by Burt Bacharach was just such a joy. I mean, I flew over to New York to have dinner with him from the Liverpool Empire, where I was playing, and had dinner with him on the Sunday, and flew back and did the 2 shows in Liverpool that night, the Monday night, which was quite heavy going in those days. Now it's nothing. I just don't know what to do with myself out of that.
Just don't know what to do with myself. I'm so used to doing everything with you, planning everything for 2. Now that we're through, I just don't know what to do with my time. I'm so lonesome for you, it's a cry. Baby, if you knew love ever let you down, come on back, I will be around, just waiting for you. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, don't know what to do. Words could ever say, and what my heart has heard will take my breath away. I can hardly talk, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you. Now
I met Carole King in the Brill Building in New York when she was probably about 18. And I always remember we both blushed furiously because I think we very much wanted to meet each other out of respect. And we met in the corridor and we weren't expecting it, so we were off guard. And I just remember she was this little thing with lots of hair. And I thought, my God, all that music comes out of you. And she and her husband at that time, Jerry Goffin, they just wrote priceless songs. And the fact is that she made such good demos, I used to collect them. Because you couldn't better the demo. You absolutely could not better the demo. So I'd go for as close a sound as I could get.
Some of your
the only record, Sunny 11, I ever took home and played 14 times over. Normally I don't play them for at least a year because I'm incapable of being objective. But that one got me to Atlantic Records, and it was Atlantic's idea to try the Memphis thing.
Billy Ray was a preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, that's when Billy would take me walking. Out through the backyard we go walking. Let me look into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah, well, I like Aretha's version a lot better. She did it the way that I wish I'd done it. That often happens when you hear somebody do it afterwards. She'll phrase it, the only one who could ever reach me. Where I went, the only one who could ever reach me. I thought, damn, when I didn't do that. Now whenever I do it on stage, I call paraphrasing, because that's the way I should have done it.
A chair is still a chair, even though there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss goodnight. Still a room, even though there's nothing there but you. But a room is not a house, and a house is not a home when the two of us are far apart, and one of us has a broken heart. Now and then I call your name, and suddenly your voice appears. But it's a crazy game when it ends in tears, darling. Have a heart. Don't let one mistake keep us apart. I'm not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home when I cry instead. Turn the key, oh please be there, still in love with me.
It was actually quite difficult to do that because just singing with him at the piano at the beginning of it, before the Phantom Orchestra appeared, a la Hollywood, thank God. That took some courage. But, you know, you can rise to the occasion. You think you can't do something, and then you just got to do it, because it's just you and Bacharach, so you better hit the notes. And it indeed worked very well. I'm very proud of that. Hate the hair, love the song.
It must be great at Christmas, though. You get around the piano with Lulu and Helen Shapiro and people.
Dinah Washington, all
don't
those
do
people.
that.
Sure.
And just sing along in the soulful melodies.
Round every corner, round every corner, round every corner, round every corner.
Leave all the blue days and think about the new days. Round every corner, everything is yours now. Open up the doors now. Round every corner.
I'm gonna make you love me. Ooh, yes I will. Oh, baby, yes I will. I'm gonna make you love me, baby, yes I will. Hey, baby, yes I will. I'm a sister who comes between me and my man.
Right, so let me just get this right. You left England, our green and pleasant and satanic land, in the year of
Ooh, 73? 73.
73. And you came back in,
89?
is it 89?
89-ish.
89 or not 89?
89-ish, honestly.
Okay.
Well, what? I mean, you have to be
I don't
specific
know.
about
I went
this.
to Holland.
Say 89.
She went to Holland.
Leave it as 89. No one's interested in the Holland years, all right? What we're trying to get out of you
No one is.
when you left this country and when you came back. Are you prepared to answer that question or not?
Not really, no. I mean, I think it's all bloody
Well,
boring.
no, hang on. If she left in
She left in
73,
73.
came back in 18, that's
40, carry 2 down, divide by 3.
I've got 49.
No,
that
no,
can't
that
be
means she
right.
was abroad
That's
in
not
America.
right, because, no, that's division.
No, that makes... God, she was away for 82 years.
Los Angeles was just a place I wanted to be. Remember, I mean, I was a small child that grew up on 20th Century Fox musicals. And I always had this love affair with the dream of America. I still do, really. It's never what you think it's going to be. And it was very, very good to me and very, very bad to me. And it needed to be both for me to be here now.
Should we do it now?
Yes.
It's just something. It's just. We're very big fans, and we need to get something signed.
That's nice,
Is that
at least.
right?
No,
Right, so
no.
just take this bit of paper. Could you ask the Pet Shop Boys to sign it for us?
Of course. Offered me a vehicle to, I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect with me debating whether I could do it all again, to not being expected to do it all again, to go through being a little bit a part of their record and having it be a huge hit in the States and hear it everywhere. It was kind of a rehearsal for the next bit, which was the song from Scandal.
Man is in the papers, but she tried to go to Spain. She'll soon be in the dark and in the papers once again. Vicky's got a story about the mirror and the king. It may be false, it may be true, but nothing has been proved. In the house of resignation, guilty faces everyone. Christine's falling out with Lucky. Johnny's gotta go. Please, please, Miss Number One.
You don't have hair and makeup until a certain hour.
I'd never done a video before. I kept wondering what I was supposed to do. I think they assumed I knew, but actually I was terrified. I kept wondering, who do I ask what I'm supposed to do? In the end, I had to ask somebody to say, oh, you just look at the camera.
Here we go then. And playback. Turn over.
The
let's just do it so GBC wants it.
Yeah, because it helps. I got this terrible glazed look in my eye. No,
Unless you can see it. That's what I said.
Yeah, unless you can see what's I can't come alive.
No, let me show you what they're doing.
I'm a method singer.
Dusty takes your song and makes it sound 10 times better.
And she's into her music. It's 100% of her life. Anything else is secondary.
Tremendous voice, tremendous singer, very emotional about what she does, and I think that's probably not only her first love, but her only love.
The voice is one of the greatest voices in pop music, without doubt. And I don't think she's ever got really credit for that because people concentrate on the icon aspect of it, you know, the hair and the eyelashes and the hand movements.
Nashville. When I was there with the Springfields, they asked me to stay. And I didn't want to do that kind of music. I probably owned a whole town by now or something. Dusty Land. I'd been thinking for about 3 years that I wanted to come back here, having been here with the Springfields many, many years ago. And I didn't quite know how I was going to achieve it. I just knew that it would probably be a good thing to do. And it just kind of dropped into my lap. It's a pop album that's being made in Nashville because a lot of good players and songwriters and everything have just sort of gravitated to Nashville. I mean, Nashville has changed. It isn't what it was. I mean, it was very limited before. Now that all kinds of music comes out of Nashville, which actually suits me very well.
Every day when I look in the mirror, I try to see where my soul's at now. Roll away, all the time, hey, the river. Roll away to the endless sea. Roll away, it could all change tomorrow. This is life in its glory, and the river runs free. Roll away.
My name is Dusty Springfield, and I refuse to be filmed anymore.
When that midnight you
I won't talk about the Holland years, no.
I'll be right there.
Dusty, can I just say thank you
It's
so
fine,
much.
it's me. It's not actually
Oh my God!
I told her if she wore this and this, people would know who she was.
That's the likeness is incredible.
It's the lips.
Would you do me a little favour? Could you do a little medley of her favourite numbers?
Where's she gone home?
Well, it's just I think that she hasn't sung enough of the ones we want.
All right.
Could you do a medley? If I
Yes,
feed you the
yes,
actual
yes.
Start with Monsieur Dupont, the famous one.
Y'all come back and see us real soon here.